Hello and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for our final card in this week's stamp set, Filled with Fun. So as you can see before me, we have got a presents and flowers for today, and this is the card, but we're going to slightly step it up. Okay, we're slightly going to step it up. We're going to create this version. Now this version, as you can probably see, is a shaker card. Now just all you need are some little things that are going to wibble wobble around and give you that wonderful sound. So we will need some of those, and everything else I will bring in. So let me bring in. So there's my wibbly wobbly well, I can't even remember what they're called, but they've got loads of vective elements. So they will just, many people have got like little tiny things. You could even just cut tiny pieces of paper to work for that as well. Right, let me bring in my supplies. So I have Granny Apple Green that measures 8 by 5 3/4 and as usual scored at the 4-inch mark. I have a piece of, let's do this bit first. I have 2 pieces of Whisper of the basic white that measure 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and then I have a smaller piece, but literally minute kind of detail. Just see you there. Oh, she says, come on. Oh, hello, Boots. There we go. Oh, it's almost there. Anyway, it's literally, so it is 3 5/8 by 5 3/8 of an inch. So that's that way. I've got a window sheet. Now the window sheet measures 3 1/2 by 4 inches. I have some double-sided tape. I have foam adhesive sheets. Just bear with me for a second and I'll just double check what's wrong with these two. And I'm back. Crazy animals. Okay, so we've got the window sheet. I have a circle. Now this is the circles from the Deckled Circle dies, and it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th circle from the center. I have the cart die, the bunting and 2 wheels, which originally came with the Filled with Fun stamp set. This is the Filled with Cheer stamp set, which is the Christmas online one. Okay, so let's start, shall we? So what we need to do is we need to start with our biggest piece of cardstock, which is the 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to, like the card we did on Wednesday, we are going to stamp ourselves a cart down the bottom. Right, so I'm going to stamp that in the pedal. No, I'm not. I'm going to do the cart in Early Espresso. Okay, so let's tap that. I'm going to pop that down there, just making sure I've got enough space for the wheels. Okay, so that's that one. And then I've got a bit of scrap, so I'm going to stamp an extra one on here, which I'm going to cut out. Okay, so let's put that one onto there. Okay, then I've got the wheels. So again, I'm going to stamp those in the Early Espresso, line those up as best I can. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to stamp these on the scrap. 1, 2. I shall also, I'm going to stamp myself some lights, and this I will actually stamp up in the Petal Path. pop those there. Lovely. Okay, so what we need to do now is we're going to take our circle and we are going to position our circle between these two lines here, like so. So they just touch. We're going to run it through the cut and emboss machine and it will come back looking like this. Take those ones out. So take that one off. There we go. And then we have this gap. Then what we're going to do is we will take our piece of paper. This is the smaller of the two pieces. This will then go underneath. And when you're happy where it is, so if you just check that it's straight. Yeah. You can get yourself a pencil and run yourself a line from this end of the card all the way down to this end of the card. Okay, so it tells your piece of paper where you're going to stamp your item. So this for us is going to be the flowers and the presents. So those will be stamped up in Pebble Bath. Stamp that up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that they touch the bottom. Show you what I mean. There we go. As you see, it goes down the bottom there. So that's when you know that this goes over the top. You'll know that your card will go across and it will cover this section here. Okay, right. So once you've done that, now is the time to emboss this. So you can take this piece away if you don't need it. I have got the dotted circles. So I will run that through the cut and emboss machine. Let's pop that there, on there like so. And making sure that the line here is face up when you run it through. Make sure that you get the right texture come through. So run that through your machine and it will come back looking like this. So we're all doing quite well. Colour in your items on here and also your flowers from the that you've coloured in here. Then these can be cut out with the dies. So even though Filled with Fun was bunting, they actually fit perfectly for the lights. So that's what I've done there. We've got the two wheels which will go round here like so. So there's my two wheels. And then you can cut out the trailer, and then that's this one here. So there we've got everything we need. Once your picture has been coloured in, which is what I've done here, we can begin to build our card. So the first thing we need to do is we need to attach our plastic window, which is here. Okay, and that will fit just over the back like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my double-sided tape to add that. So I'll put a piece down there. So this is the tear and tape. I'm going to pop a piece across the top, straight down here, and then around the bottom like so. Then what you can do is, using your pointy tool, you can pull off the backing of your tear and tape. That's one. Bin just here. Two. And then the last one. Okay, then you can take your piece of window sheet and just place it over there. Okay, and that will stop any of the little baubles flowing through. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to take your foam adhesive sheets or strips. So take one. Now what I want to do is I want to make this as close to the circle edge as possible, because we don't need it to go any further than the circle, otherwise you just won't see it. So where's my scissors? There they are. Right, so that one goes straight down there. You're going to butt this edge up to this edge like so, and then bring that straight down. There we are. And then you're going to do exactly the same again here. There we go, all the way along. Now I might need to add just obviously a bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it come down here, like so. And then I'm just going to turn it so that it comes into there, and then I can cut it off. There we go. So that's now into place. So the sprinkles will only fit in there. So we need to put a piece on the bottom, because obviously we need this to stand up as best we can. Okay. I'm going to pop a piece along here, and then I'm going to put another piece along the top, like so. Okay, and then I can save that piece for another day. So what you're going to do now is just, you're going to rest that onto there so that you know it fits nicely. You turn it over and you can see that your picture fits quite well through. Okay, so once you're happy that it's going to work, now you can take your snow or your baubles or whatever you're going to use to make your shaker card. Just going to add these little glass balls into my quite small and extremely runaway. Right, I think, no, let's see if I can put some smaller ones in. Does that work? Yeah, there's one more little lot to put in. Let's have a look. There we go. I'll go on and put more. Right, okay. So once you've done that, you can then use your pick tool to take off the backings from these strips. Come on. Thank you. Right, I think that's all 4 sides. Yeah, and then we're just going to do these other 3. Whoa, careful. 1. It's got to be the trickiest part, because you don't want to lose the balls all over the floor. And they do run for miles. Okay, so I have now taken off the backing, and I can place my back onto my card, making sure it all fits down nicely. There we go, straight across, all sealed. You can turn it over, and now we've got our shaky bits. Okay, so now all we need to do is to add our extra parts. So we have the truck. Okay, so what I want to do is make sure, so they will sit at the bottom there when the card isn't being shaken, so that's fine, because then they will just peek over the edge. But I need to make sure that the cart is high enough, so I'm going to put that up on dimensionals using these. I'm going to just use 3, one in the middle, on either end. There we go. Right, so let's bring that down so I can see. Make sure the ball's where they need to be. And then I'm just going to make sure that it's high enough. There we go. Perfect. So by raising it, we can now add in the coloured wheels that we've already done. She says, where have I put them? Everything's gone. Oh, there it is, hiding. Right, so these will be added. You're just going to glue them and then just slip them underneath like so. Okay, so you could use glue dots if you wanted to, but for me, I'm going to use the multi-purpose. Again, I'm not going to use too much. But I am going to, oh, there we go. I am going to use some. There we go. Perfect. So this weekend, on Saturday, I have a card class with my team leader, Jenny, here, well, in the village just up the way from us. And we've got a full house, and we're going to be creating some wonderful Christmas cards. And hopefully we will see those appear on video at some stage. Right, okay, so there is our truck. Okay, so I have got bunting, so that can go either across there like that, and then we can pop the sentiment up there. Or you can put the bunting going across here. So let's stamp the sentiment first of all. I think what we'll do is I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Early Espresso. And I've got the sentiment that comes from the actual stamp set, sending loads of Christmas cheer. There it is. Let's stamp that up. And pop that down there. Yeah. Oops. Just throw it away. And that will pop into there and across to there. Or I could add it that way. And then we've got this cart of wonderful presents. Okay, so let's upload our sentiment. Okay, some words are difficult for me today apparently. So let's go, one there and one on there. And then I'm going to pop that to the centre there. Lovely. And then I'm just going to work out where to put my, where do I put it on there, do you think? Ooh, I'm in an O-ring. So the option is to, as I say, to pop it there. But then I feel that might be too blank. Does it need something? In that case, if I do I pop the lighting onto there? There. And do I need to add any bling? So I could add some bling to here, couldn't I? Let's have a look. Let me grab my bling box and see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. That'll probably work quite well. So we're going to use let's use the smaller of them. So we could do one down there, one up there, and then we could put one there. So it looks like it's the centre of the flower. Does that work? Still not sure. I wonder if I put one there. Oops. So that one goes there. So it's the middle of that bow. Come on. So that's the middle of that bow. And then there we go. And then that one can go there as the middle of that bow. I still think I probably need the bunting to go across there. Right, let's do that. And I'm going to attach those with glue dots. So got my little glue dots. I'm going to put one there. Come on. As you can see, the glue dots are very sticky. I don't use them that often, but they are very good. And that one goes down there. That's better. And then I'm going to put one in the middle. So again, just fold over the glue dot, pop it in the middle. And then I can attach it to our window sheet as well as our paper. And then all we need to do is to upload it. Upload it? I'm using the computer too much, I think. Then I need to just attach it to my Granny Apple Green card base. And that will go onto there like so. And I will use, once again, the multi-purpose. Come on. There we go. Probably using a little bit more glue than normal, mainly so there's a lot to hold down because you've got the 2 layers and all the gems that are rolling around. Okay, and then we need to put a layer inside. So let's see, what have I got? Should I put a layer inside today, or am I going to leave it? I have not cut myself a layer for inside, so let's do that. So this one is 3.5, so it needs to be by 5.25. 3.5 by 5.25 for the inside layer. And we could add the presents in the what do we use? Let's use the Pebble Path again. Now we can stamp that up like so. And then we can just add it to the bottom. There we go. The presents have been delivered. Just gave myself a fright then. I thought, have I done a vertical or a horizontal card? Thankfully, I'd only done a vertical. Right, and we can attach my inside layer with the Stamp and Seal. There we go. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this stamp set this week. Obviously we're on our Christmas bit at the moment. I don't know if you would notice, but at the moment Stampin' Up are offering 30% off of kits. So if you find something like this is too advanced, or you just want something that you can take away on holiday with you, then our kits, if you haven't already tried them with the 30% off, is actually well worth giving them a go. But as I say, at the end of my YouTube there will be a card supply kit suggestions for all of these that I've used today, so that if you wish to try out or have a go at yourself, then they will be there for you. So here we have our 2 cards, our presents and our snowman. So thank you ever so much for joining me this week. I will be back again next week with a new stamp set. So if you are available, do join me then. It will be lovely to catch up with you. But have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.